They're set to go. Stand by, flags up, off and running, and left okay with the exception of Famous Anson. He's out the back door, showing out the early part. Senior shows good speed. City Gold Mars quickly away and striding forward to be part of the lead as they hit the first turn. Whatever I Say in the centre, and back fourth the rail host win Apollo, and then Good Gold on the outside, so he couldn't go forward, not enough speed. Then came Beware the Wag, a long break back then to Famous Anson, who's back at the tail of the field with Fortune Lady. So pressing on to lead is Senior as they run towards the 800-metre corner. In second spot, City Gold Mars looks to be travelling okay. Third, the rail then was Hoachwin Apollo getting a nice run. Whatever I Say is outside of him. On the back of Hoachwin Apollo, the red cap, Beware the Wag in the centre, Good Gold. Very wide Fortune Lady. Famous Anson tacks on at the tail of the field, around about 5.50 out, and Senior travelling okay up front, rated nicely by the apprentice. City Gold Mars in second spot. Hoachwin Apollo's had the run of the race, followed by Whatever I Say. Now here's Fortune Lady taking off from the back, and Famous Anson very wide as they come to the corner, taking over City Gold Mars from Senior as they straighten for the run home. Wide out Famous Anson starting to run on strongly down the outside. Still there Senior. It's City Gold Mars. Look at Famous Anson. He couldn't handle the wet last start. He raced up and he took the lead away here, wanting to wander about all over the place. City Gold Mars. Senior is still there, but Famous Anson with a good margin. Senior kicking back, but Famous Anson too good, and he wins by a length and a half. Senior. Third, Beware the Wag. City Gold Mars next. Good Gold. Then came Whatever I Say, Hoachwin Apollo, and Fortune Lady ran last of all. Well, it's certainly a day of turnarounds. He couldn't handle the heavy conditions one iota last start. Beaten something like 16 lengths. But he found some good going today, wide out on the track, and he's been too good, Famous Anson. The 18 lengths deficit last start, he's turned it into a win this afternoon. Might be out on the better going there too, Famous Anson. Horse that's had some very tough rides at times. He was actually getting into the race about the right time today. Normally a horse that takes off from about the 950 or 1000 metre mark. So 6 Famous Anson beating the 8 Senior. Closed off at 6.5 the winner. Beware the Wag has rallied late to run third, ahead of the 2 City Gold Mars. 6 Famous Anson, Reliable Man, Lamplighter, Charles Perkins, Gabe Lamb. And he's proved too good for them. So he might have found a bit of good ground out here. I do recall in the old days when I first arrived in Macau, on the very heavy tracks, with the rail out 12 metres, a track like this would be skirting down the outside fence. And you don't see that too much nowadays. Back in the old days, we'd be angling away from the rail from the 600, and you'd be lucky to get a run down the outside rail. But as I say, you don't see that much nowadays, but he might have found some good ground here, and he's been too good for them. Senior over on the inside battled away well. City Gold Mars, after sitting outside the lead, had travelled well. Just couldn't let down today. Beware the Wag. An honest enough run for him. Good Gold. Well, they couldn't go forward. He didn't have the speed to do that. Slightly better run by him. Hoachwin Apollo, well, he had the run of the race and he didn't lift at all. And Fortune Lady, after making a bit of a dash toward the home turn, has finished last of all. So Famous Anson too good. 8 second Senior, Akid Mafid, Estorel, and Alu for Peter Ho. 1 Beware.